All right, so we're live. Um, yeah, so everyone, welcome to my Legend of the Five Rings game. This is my second time ever actually running this system, and it'll be pretty interesting. I'm running the demo from AEG, Legacy of Disaster. So we're going to start off with just I guess I'll describe the overall situation as to where you guys are at, and then we'll go through character introductions. Um, so, many of Seponayumu's guests would have to travel great distances to reach the Imperial Estates, and Doji Haruki has invited you all to stop at his home for refreshments and entertainment before moving on to the last stretch of your journey. You have all accepted Haruki's invitation and are gathered at his village in Tochigi. It is a small, unremarkable town 10 miles from the Crab Crane border, and there are not many amenities for visitors, with only one small sake house and one inn to accommodate everyone. The one shining point is Tochigi tea, a delightful blend created nowhere else. You are all currently staying at Haruki's palace as guests. You may have your own reasons for staying at Haruki's palace beyond traveling to Seponayumu's fate. Uh, you may you can make your own reasons, or you could simply be taking advantage of Haruki's general invitation. So you guys are at the palace at night. Uh, it's a fairly large palace, especially for something that is so far out from the main crane cities. So you have a rather large palace overlooking the village, and there's a in the center of the palace there's a airy that with a garden exposed to the moonlight. So if you want to we can go from left to right as you introduce your characters to each other and tell us what you're doing. So first up, Alex.
Okay, I'm Alex. My character is Moshi Arashi. She is a Shugenja of the Mantis clan. One of the things that will immediately jump out at you is she has one brown eye, and the other eye has no color whatsoever. It's just black. And I suppose I am here to attempt to become an Emerald Magistrate.
Ooh.
No, Jade Magistrate. Sorry.
All right. And Caius.
My name is Caius, and I am playing Hida Itawagashi. He's a very big warrior in heavy armor, and he's got a bald head, almost bald, with just a little bit of hair. He's trying to stretch out as much hair as he can, but he's definitely receding. And he he is sitting at the end of a bench with a cup of tea in his hand, and he's cleaning a massive weapon. He's cleaning his massive ono, a large.
I think you cut out there.
Yeah, seems so. Are we going to wait for him to come back?
Tobagashi.
Well then.
I'll give him like a minute to get back in. If not, then we'll just continue. We'll continue on to the next, and So, Estonia, if you want to introduce your character while we wait for him to come back.
Yeah. Well, I would prefer to go by Shocky, but yeah. Uh,
Well, we're going to be calling you by your character name, so.
okay. My character is Mirahan. I mean Utaku Mirahan. A unicorn battle maiden who is just passing by. She's just on the road, traveling, exploring, and just looking for anything interesting to do or see.
Okay, so you're just kind of passing through here.
Yeah.
Presuming you're also going to Sepana Yumu's fate, just kind of like a, which I actually had to look this up. Like it's kind of like a feast or a big party.
Okay.
So, which is the place to be, and definitely an opportunity for you guys to get your names out there and possibly make some kind of impression on somebody important. And fantastic. Well, I guess we can, if you just want to. So you guys are at this. What are you doing while you're here?
Mirahan would be doing. Well, she would be just walking around the hallways, looking at any decorations that are in the area, or well, on the walls.
On the walls. All right. So going through, you notice a great deal of various.
Kaius back.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So you're polishing your weapon then?
I'm sitting at the end, cleaning my weapon and slurping at the fine tea of this village.
All right.
Do you want me to redo the description?
If you want to.
Can't exactly remember what I said.
Well, just how does your character look, and just
Okay,
in
so
brief.
yeah, I will. As I said before, I'm playing as Mirahan, Utaku Mirahan. Keep following me, forgetting that. And she's on the road on her way to the feast that everyone is going to. Although she usually is just traveling around, exploring, looking for interesting things to do and see.
All right. So you're in this very traditional Crane Clan palace. You're walking around. There's the area in the middle with a moonlit garden, and on the walls there's various artistic like just paintings that are hanging down. And all right, so I guess we can actually get started now. Possibly, let's go. All right, so the warm and soothing breeze wafts over the crane village of Tochi as the world falls in the twilight. Everything is calm, serene, and beautiful, just as a crane village should be. You count your blessings once again that the friendly Doji Haruki has invited you to stay at his estate. You smile as you remember the welcoming dinner that Haruki threw when you arrived at this estate. His thin face smiling over exotic dishes and precious sake. You hope that Sepana Yumu's event will present an opportunity of a lifetime. The tranquility of the night ends abruptly as a loud shriek shatters the air.
instantly, um, Hido Itakish Hido jumps to his feet and grabs his ono, the giant axe, from the table, and looks round in the direction of the shriek, um, spilling his tea all over the bench as he does so.
All right.
Mirahan is a little bit startled by the screech, but despite that, she still looks curiously towards the screech, wondering what is the reason of it and where did it come from.
All right.
I will also investigate.
Okay. So the three of you go to investigate the source, or are you just gonna stare in the direction?
No, I'll if it's not visible, I'll run in the direction of the screech.
Okay.
I'll just carefully walk towards it as I
All right.
let the others take lead.
So you follow the source of the scream to find a hectic scene within the audience chamber. Your host, Doji Haruki, kneels on the floor, head placed flat on the ground in a shocking display of raw emotion. He weeps openly and wails in front of the pedestal. Haruki's pride and joy, the famous daisho of Seppon Daiori, is missing. The daisho stand is broken in half, its wooden shards left lying on the pedestal.
Mirahan asks from no one in particular. What exactly happened here?
First of all, I will politely ignore the Doji's outburst of emotion. And without looking at him, I'll just say, "What has happened here?"
So he spends a bit and pulls out a towel and just wipes his face off, wiping the sweat from his brow, and he looks directly at you. My honored guests, I apologize that your stay within my home has been rudely interrupted by this heinous crime. You may have been unaware of the treasure that lay in the same home as you rested, but the ancestral daisho of Seppon Daiori has gone missing. The artifact was a gift from my close friend, Seppon Nayumu, whose celebration we were to attend next week. I must recover these blades before then, or lose my right to show my face in front of him. He swallows, and then bows much deeper than he should, considering his status over yours. Please find the blades and return them to me, safe and sound.
Hida also bows back to him deeply at the right level, his face a mask, not showing any emotion. But as he comes up, he says, "My blades, I swear to the service of finding yours again."
Okay. And Miroshi, I believe, Mirahan.
Mirahan,
Uh,
yeah.
what do you do when you see all this?
Um, uh, I
Well, first off, your host has just broken down in tears in front of everyone, but then
no.
kind of composed himself and has asked you to recover his stolen swords.
She God, this is I guess I she just
What do you say? You've just been asked to.
Oh
Do you
yeah.
say yes?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry,
All
I'm
right.
just.
How do you say it?
Oh boy.
Just
It's voice roleplay is a little bit new to me. I mean, I'm only used to text.
Would you like me to answer first?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I need to think about this a bit.
Certainly, Doji-sama. I will help to acquire your artifact.
arigato. Thank you. As he bows again. So for that, everyone gain 1 point of honor for ignoring him. This is not rank; it's just 1 point. So
it's 0.6.
Yes. If you're and if your journey should take you longer than a week, I will uh, I will certainly I will tell Seppan Ayumu that it is my fault. We would be a little bit more likely to be noticed though, so possibly not all against our favor.
If the Daisho has gone now, then it cannot be far. With the fortunes of the Kami, we should find it and return it in less than a week.
I am very pleased to hear that. There is one more thing I must ask of you, though. You must not reveal the theft to anyone. It's you must return the daisho to me on the road to Sapanayumu's estate. No one can know that they were stolen.
Very well. We shall see what we can do.
I pledge myself to returning them to you before you arrive at Sepayo Yumo's house, if it is within my capacity to do so.
I think I can help with this task.
All right.
Itawagashu turns on you and says, "You have an idea already. Your brain works faster than mine. What is it?"
Well, at first we need to we need to search the vicinity of any suspicious people who might have just left this room. If this has happened recently, then he shouldn't be too far. So searching for the person responsible for this should be step 1.
All right. So how do you guys want to go about?
First, I will turn to the Doji Hiroki. Again, my head down, bowed, before him, not looking up at him, but asking, have you any idea how long ago they went missing?
Well, I think they were here like they were here like 2 hours ago. When I left the audience chamber for the night, and I came back to gaze upon their glory not 10 minutes ago, and found this. I Yes, that was it. I think I might have heard something. There may have been a hawk.
Hawk.
Yes, probably. I don't know.
Where exactly did you hear that hawk come from?
S- somewhere outside, for sure.
Is a hawk a normal bird in this area? In this province?
Uh, possibly. Yeah. There may have been. There are a couple around here.
Well, it's rather peculiar that it happened right
At the
as
same
they were
time.
stolen. Yeah, at the same time.
So
I will question the servants and see if they heard. Ask them if they heard heard a hawk or saw anything unusual.
okay.
Mirahan will take a look around the room for any other signs of like signs that someone else has been in this room, like any open windows or any prints or fallen over decoration.
All right. So go ahead and make an investigation perception check. So add your investigation skill to your perception skill, and keep your perception.
I don't have, so I only have perception, so that would be 2K2, right?
Yes.
So how do I use this thing?
There's no macro. So on the left side there'll be something called dice stream. Just click
Yeah.
that, and you could use those dice there.
So it's a D10, is it?
Yeah. So basically 2d10s.
While they're doing
Wait,
that,
where's the 3?
Okay.
I will investigate the broken daisho stand.
All right.
So
So-
I got 8 and 3. I don't know if you can see it or how it works.
I might or might not. It'll depend. Now it's being retarded. All right. So how much did you get?
8 and 3, which is 11.
11. Okay. All right. So you don't seem to find much as you look around the room besides the broken stand, and you investigate the daisho stand specifically.
Like, what exactly was it broken with? Was it just snapped, or was it cut with something?
It looks as if it has been like just snapped in half. If you also want to try your hand at an investigation check.
Oh my.
Oh, it actually shows up right above the head.
That's what it's
Player.
supposed to do.
Yes, but mine isn't, and yours doesn't seem to be.
17.
All right, that is more than enough. Um, all right, so you investigate the Daisho stand, and you do find evidence of a skilled and dexterous thief, um, who probably entered the room through a window placed high on the wall. You find footsteps lined with a tiny scrap of mud that trails from the window to the broken Daisho stand.
Okay, so this window. I'm going to try climbing up to it.
Okay. It isn't too hard to climb up to it.
Okay. Alright then.
And so you climb up and look outside.
Yeah, just is there anything immediately visible? Any suspicious looking people riding off?
Mira also sees her doing it and asks, "What do you see there?"
All right. So from there, with that, you see. Um, let's see. There is. You see footsteps outside leading directly into the city.
There are footsteps.
Well, that might be our thief.
That is our culprit.
At this stage, Itawagashi will stop questioning the servants. Have they seen anything, or do they know anything?
Let's see. There should be. You're questioning them, but you're not. Are you bringing up the fact that something was stolen?
No, I'm asking them if they've seen anything unusual tonight, any unusual people around in the palace.
All right.
And
So.
my standard form of questioning is intimidating them and shouting at them.
All right.
That's sufficient.
All right. So, go ahead and make an intimidation check then, as you try to intimidate the servants.
So intimidation. My
You
intimidation is 2, and it's on AW. Is that awareness?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
another 2. So I roll 4 dice and choose the best 2. Is that right?
Right. Correct.
So 3, 3, 9, 4. That's 13 total.
13. All right. So you don't really gain any useful information from the servants, but you do scare the crap out of a couple of them.
Hmm. So when I see they're onto a lead, I leave the crying servants and say, "Tidy up this place," and go and join my 2 new companions.
The servants just like get down prostrated. Yes, yes, Hida-sama. And you head back. All right. So you head back to the room. So what are the rest of you guys doing?
Shall we follow the tracks into the city
Yeah.
as far as we can?
All right. So, um,
Just a second. Just what's the name? Sorry, I didn't write it down. What's the name of your character? Not Alex. Actually, I
Shocky.
don't even. Saki.
Shocky.
Shocky.
My
Yeah,
character is
Shocky.
Mirahan.
Mirahan. Okay,
Utaku Mirahan.
Mirahan. Okay, thank you.
I should probably also write those names.
So the player is Caius, and my character is Ita or Itawagashi.
Can you write it down in the chat?
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, good.
Sorry
And
about
Alex?
that. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Alexander, what was your character's name?
This is written down. It's Moshi. It's on his
Oh, of
it's
course.
on the screen, but we haven't got that option.
All right. So,
Sorry about
to put it up on the screen. On the left-hand side of the screen, I don't know if it'll work for you guys because it's very finicky. There is it looks like a little toolbox called a Hangout toolbox. Click that, and there'll be like the first icon on the top left of that bar. It'll say lower
I
third.
already put it on, but it's not working,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it doesn't, then I don't know. That thing is, like I said, Hangouts
Yep.
can be very finicky. So anyway, your host Doji Haruki bids you to wait. Wait right here. I have something for you, and you're going to need this. And he grabs a couple pages and hands you some like a scroll. Traveling papers. This will let you cross the border. And do you all have horses? I believe I saw Mirahan Sama with a horse. But do the two of you have?
No, I came on foot.
Should you wish it, you will have access to my stables. It's nothing fancy. I have Rokugani ponies, but you are free to make use of them, provided you return them.
A Repugani pony will carry me faster than my own legs. I will take one.
All right.
I too shall politely accept the use of a alternative form of transportation. I'm a mantis. We sail. And if we can't sail there, we don't go there.
All right.
Uh,
So, thank you. And with that, he kind of hurries, ushering you guys out of the house, out of his palace to get on your way.
So, I presume we'll just follow the tracks. Anyone else have any other ideas?
Following the tracks is the most likely option, so yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Moshi, you have sharp eyes. I suggest you lead the way.
I will look at you straight in the eye, straight in your eyes, and I will say, "Why, thank you for the compliment. Of course I will lead."
And a little bow from Itawagashi.
And I will return your bow.
All right. So if you don't want to question any of the villagers or anything like that, and you just follow the tracks, well, any of the more of the servants. So you follow the tracks into town. They appear to lead into the city and to a road. When you get to the road, there are horse tracks on the road leading out. Actually, let me see. Actually, it might not be on the road. Directly into the city towards the western road, and it leads to some horse tracks. However, the tracks do not follow the road.
looks like he's taken a horse. The thief has taken a horse. Are there any distinctive markings on the horse tracks? Or are they all a jumble of different horse tracks, or is it just one horse?
It appears to be one, but
Is there any sort of nails sticking out of the horseshoe, or anything that we could sort of easily recognize this track again?
to follow it.
Yep.
Go ahead and make a hunting and perception check. I will say that it will be more difficult because it's still nighttime, unless you wish to wait till morning to catch the thief.
Hunting and what?
Perception.
Perception.
Right. I don't have any hunting, so how does this work? Just straight perception.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you roll and keep your perception, but the dice do not explode.
Right. Okay. Um, 4, 6, 10.
10. All right.
Mhm.
So you see what looks like horse tracks, but all you see is they what's it called? But you aren't able to continue following the tracks for very long.
Can we see which road they take out of the village?
It doesn't appear they took a road.
Uh,
Does anyone else want to try to follow the tracks?
Well, I don't really have hunting, but I guess it's worth a shot. Guess we'll also try to follow the tracks. My perception is what is it again? Perception is 2 as well, so 2 d10s. Well, I got 2 and 2. This is 4. Members.
Not quite. Perhaps some of the townsfolk have, some of the villagers might have seen something.
I'm not sure I'm the best at questioning villagers. They just tend to scream when I question them. Any others suggest? Moshi, you have charm. Do the villagers like you?
There are some people who enjoy my company, and there are others who greatly detest it. I suppose I will try interrogating someone. Are there any, like, peasant shops nearby?
There's the tea house, as well as there is a merchant that you can go and bother.
Okay, I will approach him.
Let's see. There is also a guardhouse as well, and then there's more of the servants back at the palace. So you go to the merchant.
Actually, wait, guardhouse. Yeah, guardhouse. Guardhouse. Let's make sure
Guardhouse.
people did their job.
Yes.
All right.
I agree on this one.
So you
As Moshi speaks with the guard, Itawagashi is standing behind her, just banging his ono into his hand and sort of breathing deeply, discontentedly, just to add sort of presence to her questioning.
all right. So you see 2 crane soldiers manning the guardhouse of the town. They look pretty bored.
Okay. Greetings, Crane Summers. I have a few questions for you.
At this hour, I suppose.
someone has left the estate of Doji Haruki, and we have reason to believe that they've passed by here.
Pass by. I haven't seen anyone pass by. It's anyone in particular you might be looking for?
Someone on a horse.
On a horse. Yeah, and the other ones, I don't really know what, I haven't seen anyone come by our gate. Go ahead and make an investigation perception check. Or if you have sincerity as well, you could use that instead.
Nope.
I have sincerity though.
Alright, go ahead and make a perception and
I'm
sincerity
gonna
roll.
stick a void on this.
Alright.
Should I make the roll because I have sincerity, or is that
Yeah.
like?
You all can, whoever's there with.
Well, I'm gonna make the roll for her. So sincerity 1. Wait, sincerity and
Perception.
perception. Which is 3. Which is 3k2.
So did
I got a 16 for my perception.
a 16? Alright. So that is enough.
I got 15.
15? That's enough as well. You, with the way they answer, they kind of answered a bit quickly, and you notice very, very subtly, they don't seem to be telling you everything. Like, you don't feel that they're outright lying, but there's probably more. They might know something.
As they reply, I just kind of pick a point past them and I just kind of stare at it.
While Itawagashi growls and paces up and down impatiently behind her. All 6'4" of him.
Samurai-ko, Sama, are you well?
Yes. I feel that there are things missing from your testimony.
Well, the guard of the Western Road, Jinso is his name, left the town with little warning about an hour ago. I'm sure he didn't do anything wrong. I don't think, but I am not. I don't know why he would leave.
So was he on a horse? Or was he just on foot?
Yes, I believe he was. I don't think many people travel between towns without horses. It takes too long.
Did you see him leave, or do you just presume he left because he hasn't turned up?
Daidoji Jinso. Let's see. Well, we saw him riding off, but he could have been on business, although he should have probably told somebody where he was going.
In which direction was he heading?
West.
West. Taking the Western Road.
Yes.
Was it the Western Road?
Yeah.
We should ask Haruki about this Jinso. Because if Jinso just left abruptly, why
Then we
would
have
he?
reason. Then we
Yeah.
have reason to believe he is the conscript.
Yeah. So while we're here with the guards, I'm going to ask them: does he normally carry a full daisho? And Did he leave with the full one?
With what? Oh,
Dice
did he
show.
leave with one?
Did he leave with a full die show?
I Yes, he did. He did leave with a dice show, but it's part of his duties. I'm sure it's he. We all carry our swords with us at all our dice show.
Okay.
I think we should take this up with the dojo
Okay.
I think
master. Forgot his name.
we crabs like action. I would just chase after this. We have been given the duty to bring back the I'm say out of the guard room. I'll suddenly shut up and wait until we're out of the guardhouse before continuing. He has tasked us with bringing back the daisho, and I do not understand the need to go back and speak to him again. But then again, I don't understand a lot of things about etiquette and the finer details here. Maybe
It's just
maybe
that
you have
we
a
need to
reason.
make sure that he wasn't sent out on an errand by a higher ranking member. If he isn't, then he might very well be the one who stole the blade.
Also, if he did steal it, Haruki could easily acquire magistrates to just basically say, this guy's a criminal, arrest him.
Yeah.
As well.
You guys want to
So-
talk to anyone else while you were in the village?
I don't think we really have the need.
To everybody of importance, so I guess we can go back to Haruki.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I just need to go for a second.
All right.
So, back at the palace, Itawagashi asks an audience with Doji Hiroki, and presuming he gets one, with his head bowed, he says, "We have completed our preliminary investigations, and a guard was seen riding without explanation out on the west road. We just wanted to check that he was not following any higher orders from you already, or out on some mission for you. If not, suspicion points at him."
I have given no such order. The guards do tend to run themselves, but I have not. I don't know anything about it.
Well, the tracks lead to all the tracks and evidence points to him. So we have suspicion to believe he is the.
You said the west gate, right? Or the western road?
Yes. Does this mean something?
Oh, he's just. It sounds like he is going into the Crablands.
We will try and.
Oh, sorry.
Well, then we should better hurry and try and follow up with him.
Catch him before he gets to whoever he intends to give the swords to.
All right.
I suggest speed. We will take your offer of horses or ponies and take those Repagano ponies and ride as fast as they will carry our heavy frames.
All right. It's
Well, they only need to carry 2 heavy frames.
one, really. Mine.
So he thinks immediately. It must have been Hida Samano behind it. If he's riding west to the into the Crab Clan lands, that is the the closest daimyo in that direction, and he's been a thorn in my side as long as I can remember. He must want to humiliate us.
Who is this Hira Samano? If I pronounced that name right.
He's a neighboring. He's the daimyo. If you follow the road west, you'll eventually come across his village. But we've been having disagreements for years. If it's him behind it, it would make sense, at least to me. There is he must have heard about Ayumu's party and stole the daisho to humiliate us, to humiliate me, or had it stolen.
Well, we should better be on our way then to catch the thief.
All right. So you guys ride out, or
Yeah.
you want to do anything else you want to do here? Okay.
Yes.
So as on your way out, you come across there. You do see uh, one of the peasants, or walking around the palace. His garb is rather simple, and he is he's a rather old man, quiet, and you could kind of tell by the way he's dressed and some of the tools he's carrying. He's probably the groundskeeper. You notice this as you're on the way out. He's not in the palace, but he's kind of like he's outside by his own place.
Before saddling up, then, I'll turn to the groundskeeper and say, Groundskeeper, have you seen any strangers approaching this palace, coming in or out recently?
So as you start speaking to him, he bows low immediately, and stuttering too much. No, I
Stop stuttering! I shouted.
I'm I I apologize. And he gets quiet. If you want to make another intimidation, if you want to make an intimidation check again, to see if
Mira is going to interrupt and put a hand on Itawagashi's shoulder, and look towards the groundskeeper.
Itawagashi can take a hint, so he goes and stands off at a certain distance and lets them do the questioning.
You can calm down now. Have you seen? Have you heard or seen anyone be near the vicinity of the palace recently?
just
Just
I don't know.
breathe, calm down, and think about your answer.
All right. Let's see. Let's make a courtier check if you have it.
Ooh, I guess the only courtier thing is sincerity. I have, but no.
No, it's an actual. Just make an awareness check then. See if you can calm him down.
19.
All right. So he looks up a little bit and sees the Shugenja in the back and breathes. Well, seems soothed by her presence. Perhaps it reminds him of someone he cared about once. He breathes. There was about an hour ago, before I heard Doji screaming. There was a woman. I didn't get a really clear look at her, but she spoke to a guard, jumped on a horse, and galloped towards the western road.
That's most odd. Who? Do you know which guard he talked to? She talked to.
No, Samurai-sama.
Hmm. Do you remember if she had any distinctive markings on her?
Distinctive markings.
Was she wearing any specific colors? Did she carry anything unusual?
She looked younger and uh, long hair. It was. Forgive me. It is rather dark.
Hmm.
Mirhan tells the groomsman, "It's okay. I think you can go now."
Okay then. So I think this Steve's put enough distance between us. Time to pursue.
Yes. Mira calls towards Itawagashi to come over and get on the horses.
All right.
So we saddle up and head out west.
Yes.
All right. So montage of riding out of the town.
Pushing
Sure.
on, trying to sort of go quite quickly, I reckon, because
Yeah.
they will have gone quite quickly themselves.
All right. So you ride at haste out of the western gate and into the night. The moon is full and reflecting off of the, giving kind of a glow to everything as you ride past. The road is long and it takes you a couple days to get to the next. You make it into the neighboring daimyo in about two days time with your pace. And just for clarification, I'm really kind of bad at knowing how big Rokugan usually is from city to city, so that's just ballparking it.
Well, that's the problem. Like they've never. I don't think they've ever released an official scale map. So it's like.
They haven't released the scale map, but at least they have some form of a map.
So maybe about 2 days time is probably a good distance between the two villages, where they're close enough that they'll squabble over rights, like they have a border with each other.
Okay.
All right. So you go on your way to the village of Wachimas, and you arrive there at the next night. When you arrive, it's everything you would expect from a pragmatic crab clan village. Everything in Wachimas looks like it was built for function over beauty, including its inhabitants. Though Wachimas is many miles away from the threat of the Shadowlands, the buildings of the village look fortified for heavy battle. This precaution seems justly needed, as Wachimas suffers from signs of a recent battle. A large bonfire at the end of the road rages on, fueled by goblin and human corpses. The villagers, subdued by their recent losses, but determined to press forward. The Crab Clan's great reputation for perseverance is reflected in each villager's eyes. So, and if you, I know that our resident crab has lore Shadowlands, so if you want to make a Shadowlands check.
Yep.
Shadowland check. What do you exactly mean by that?
It's a lore check.
Oh, a lore check.
Yeah, intelligence plus Shadowlands.
Well, I don't have any lore whatsoever.
If the, yeah. Actually, I think the village of Watching
Oh.
Moss. You can.
I've got
3, 9, 12. It's not enough, probably.
I got a 17.
17? Alright. So you can note that there are, and I'm actually wondering about why they even bothered to make this a check, but there are specific signs of a goblin invasion. You notice the weaponry as they're cleaning it up and the strategy used by like how the village looks. It's there does look like there was a sign of a big battle here in the middle of the village.
Goblins. It is good to be back in Crablands, where they know how to defend. But I gave my oath to this follower of the crane. Doji Hiroki, we must find the Daishu.
Okay. I say the first thing we should do is at least introduce ourselves to the Lord of the village.
That's a good one. That's a good step to start from.
All right. So you make your way towards the palace.
Yep.
All right. So you come to the palace and I take it you introduce yourself to the guard and they let you in. The guards there look like they are Crab Clan Bushi as well. A lot of you notice a lot of samurai are being used for guards around here. They don't have as many ashigaru or otherwise peasant soldiers that would normally be the forefront of all the more boring duties. But what do you tell the guard about your reason for the visit, or do you just say we're here to see Hida Samano?
Well, before we get to the gate, I think we can all agree that it wouldn't be impolite to say, yes, we're looking for a thief. But at the same time, if we tell the guards we're just looking for a thief, that's pretty nondescript.
Three samurai looking for one thief is a little unusual.
Well, we could say it's what it was a priceless item was stolen by that thief.
From one of us. So we do not involve, at the moment, we do not involve Doji Hiroki in any suspicion.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Before we do this, I do have to use the bathroom. It'll take like a minute. Be right back.
Okay. I'll take a quick one as well. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Small break. Good.
Alright, I'm back. Okay. So you guys enter the manor?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright,
Not
so...
all of us are like it. Gaius is still.
Oh, Gaius is...
He's here now.
Alright.
Okay.
So... Entering Hida Samano's manor feels like an entirely different experience. Unlike Doji Haruki's extravagant palace, Samano's building is utilitarian and ready for a major invasion. Guards stand before every door, their eyes drifting over everything to make sure it poses no threat. Hida Samano is the only aspect that does not fit in with the rest of the building. It is clear that Samano's warrior days are over. His belly spills out over his obi, and his round face seems more suited to the dinner table than the corpses of his enemies. As you enter the audience chamber, Samano scowls and waves you closer. You must be Haruki's newest attempt at swindling me, he shouts. So, why don't you tell me what you're here for? Lands? Money? Did one of my samurai steal his horses? What can it be? And and he so do you say anything or
I will bow as appropriate to the honorable lord that has invited us into his chamber, and I will pull out a folding stool.
a folding stool?
Yes.
All right. So he kind of glares at you all suspiciously.
Mira
Come on now.
looks towards him with a bit of disdain, but still bows, if a bit unreluctant, and says that we've come here to we are chasing a thief who has stolen one of our priceless equipment and are looking to get it back.
A
He
thief?
has, yeah.
So tell me then, what have they taken?
They have stolen an item of significance to an imperial. And it is for that reason why samurai from several great clans have banded together to find this thief.
I see. Well, I have not heard of any such item in my lands or any such thieves. We are much too preoccupied with, as I'm sure you noticed on the way in, various goblins and other threats from the Shadowlands.
Itawagashi had bowed low when he first came in, perfectly correctly, and had been standing to attention, but just brooding quietly. And then he says, "Yes, we Hida fight goblins. We are not thieves. But the thief might have taken refuge in your lands. We just want your permission to try and root him out or her out."
Yes, it was a female. Like,
Well, you may stay in the village. We have an inn that you can stay at. It's just I'd rather not have such company from the lands of Haruki staying in my estate. I'm sure you understand.
I am not from the lands of Hiroki. I am a native Hida of the village of Watsaba.
Nor do I reside in the lands of Doji Haruki. I come from the Valley of the Centipede.
And I don't really want to. I don't
Well,
really deal with grain, so I usually reside in the Unicorn Lands.
yes. Well, in that case, you are still welcome to the town, and welcome home.
Hida
The
Itawigashi.
Lakas.
He says,
Tawagashi-sama. I'm assuming you did introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
So welcome home, Tawagashi-sama. You may, I'm sure you could show them around the town, and
It is
But-
good to see Hida defenses again. Was it a bad goblin attack? Was it a severe goblin attack?
it was much more severe than it has been in the past. But as you can see, we're still here. Those
Would expect no less.
and it's gonna take a lot more than goblins to bring down the mighty town of Wachimas. And he just kind of waves you away.
What? I'll just have a look at his daishu.
His daisho?
Yeah.
Alright. As of right now, you notice he's not actually wearing one.
Okay. Okay, I'll make my way out, but if I can see in the audience chamber or anywhere, I'll have a look and see if I can see his daisho on the way out. But I won't go into any. If any of the doors are open into the audience chamber and I can see it,
Alright.
I'll saunter
So-
over.
You see several on the way out, as well as other weapons on display. However, none particularly stand out as such a fabled artifact.
Mirahan just hurries out and doesn't really pay much attention to her surroundings. She feels uncomfortable being in there.
Okay. All right. So you're back out in Wachimas. You don't really have. You get the feeling you probably don't have Samano's support for your investigation, but he's really not going to try to stop you. He's just not going to be helpful.
As is expected. Well, we should start looking for the concept and see if we can dig up some clues as to her or his whereabouts.
So, first thing I'm going to ask about, has anyone seen any crane samurai within the last few days?
Okay. So you go and ask around for Crane Samurai. Any particular place, or just the villagers, the guards?
The villagers, just in case there's any rumors floating around.
Alright. Oh, investigate the town. There we go. So go ahead and make an investigation and perception check.
16?
16. Alright.
Oh, 20.
Alright. 20.
If I,
All-
I don't have any exploding dice, but I've got a 20.
Oh wow.
The 1 in 100 chance.
Alright.
When I roll a
So.
2 then I got 5. Yeah.
Okay. So you notice that the place is very small, with 2 crab warriors serving as local guards. You don't see anyone around the town with who match really the description of having who have long hair. Um, at least not fitting the description of the person that you met. Many of the peasants you notice are large, brutish, and trained to fight. Hida, you also notice there's a young kid on the side of the young peasant boy on the side of the road who isn't really helping clean up. Instead, he's just kind of sitting there watching people around him. Uh, and with the questioning the villagers, they you don't really get too much out of the villagers are not themselves are not particularly helpful. They do stop to talk to you and show you the proper deference assumed to your station. However, the only thing they seem to be talking about are the goblin attacks and their duty to defend against the Shadowlands. Oh, and of course warning you about Samano's animosity towards Doji Haruki.
I throw an apple to the child and say, I notice you have been observing many things. I guess it is a habit of yours. Have you seen any riders come in from the direction of Oji
East.
Village?
East, I guess. Because the beginning from left, so.
He just stands up. I haven't seen nothing.
I'll grab him by the scruffy of his neck, hold him off the ground, face to face, and give him a little shake. Is this the way to speak to samurai? Now you better tell me everything you know before I lose my temper. I say, shaking him.
He looks scared shitless right now. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. Okay. There was a girl, a beautiful woman. She came into town last night. She came
Where
in.
did she stay?
Oh, it was a few. No, it was a few hours ago.
Yep. That makes sense.
I saw her go in the inn, but she left.
On horseback or not?
Yes.
Which direction did she go?
He points north towards the mountains.
And next time, be more respectful, I say, sort of give him a little throw and a shove.
Yes, Sama. He
Remember your place. If I was not a merciful samurai, I would have cut off your head.
Mira looks a bit worried, but says, I guess it works on children then.
Yeah, I'm feeling really big now.
Yeah.
So about what time of day is it?
Well, you did arrive at the night, so it depends on how much time you spent around. It's still, so I imagine it's still nighttime. You could wait till morning, or you could go quickly.
I suggest we press on.
I'd say we right towards the mountains, because
I'd quite like to. She went and stopped at the inn. I suggest we go to the inn and see if they get any if they got any impression of her.
I didn't quite hear that. You're a bit quiet.
The child said she went and stopped in the inn, in the village inn. I suggest we go and question the innkeeper.
Okay.
If the innkeeper is rude, I'll question him. Otherwise, you two.
Okay.
That seems like a good way to go with it.
All right then, to the inn.
All right. So, okay. So you go to the inn, and the inn is rather simple. Doesn't even really have a name, as it's kind of the only inn in the village. So people just kind of know it as the inn. Um,
The inn.
yeah, or you never know. They might call it the boiled crab, but I think we're not going to go with that. But you go to the inn, and the inn is rather small. Mostly where people go to, mostly where the villagers go at the end of the night to relax, and for the most part, well, where travelers would stay, it is largely, mostly empty, more or less, right now. And you are greeted by the innkeeper when you arrive, and an older man who looks like he's been doing this for quite some time. So he's got kind of graying hair and is pretty thin. Probably doesn't eat anywhere near as well as Hida Samano. So he bows as you walk in.
Greetings. We come seeking information.
What information do you seek?
Someone stayed here recently. We need to know who they were.
Uh, I'm I apologize. The privacy of my clientele is very important. It would not be proper of me to share such information.
I will hold a hand up to him, decidedly look at the Hida, hold up another hand, and look back at the innkeeper. What's more important? The security of your customers, or being an accessory to an imperial crime?
Ooh. So, um, yeah. Go ahead and make intimidation, and it's going to be a pretty easy target number.
Awareness?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. 18.
18. That'll be enough. Oh. Uh, I'm. I apologize. I didn't know that it was so severe. Anything for the imperial family. Um, and he's there was uh there was a samurai ko named Seppon Kazumi. She took the room last night after I had already well, actually no, it'd be a few hours ago. So sorry. A few hours ago, she um
Stop for a meal.
I could show you where the room is. The what?
Yeah.
Yes, do that.
All right. So he leads you upstairs, and from kind of the upstairs, you can see downstairs off of a balcony down into what would be the courtyard below. Uh, the roof here. Oh, yeah, there's a roof over, so you got kind of like an overlooking the rest of it. And he leads you around the corner onto the second floor and takes you to a room where the room is locked, and he knocks on it. There is no answer.
It seems
We were-
she's not here. Can we go in?
Well, we're reasonably sure that she's already left town.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So I say we perform a Hida lockpicking.
A Hida lockpicking?
Yes.
I'm sure the door will. Well, I mean, you can if that is what I think it is.
Well, the door is probably made out of like paper.
Yes, the door is in fact made out of rice paper and wood. So, and it probably will just slide open because I don't think they have locks on these things. So he slides, the innkeeper slides the door open, but he doesn't look just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, Mira's the first to walk in
All right.
and look around the room.
So there is a tatami roll in the corner, kind of like a bedroll. That it looks empty. It's a little messy, like it's someone just got up and left, and the room is otherwise empty. If you want to search the room or whatnot, there's really not a whole lot in here. There's some very minor decorations.
She will look at the window and see if it's open or not.
All right, yeah, it is. Well, yeah, the window is actually open, and you see in the middle of the room, well, kind of by the window when you go there, there is a bloody bandage left behind.
She might have been wounded. She left in a hurry, and probably through the window.
But the problem is, what would have wounded her?
Is there a way to learn it by inspecting the bandage? Like how big the bandage is, maybe?
It looks like a small wrap, maybe for like a hand or an arm, or something like that.
Okay.
I'll speak to the innkeeper and ask him if the woman was injured when he spoke to her, and I'll try and get as much, basically question him on what they said, what she looked like, anything unusual that he noticed about her.
All right.
And I'll be bad cop.
Okay. Oh no, she was very, very beautiful, and she was in quite a hurry.
Did you notice any wounds on her?
Yes, she did have a bandage around one of her hands, but I did not pry as to its origin.
No, I understand. Which hand, left or right? But actually, that's just an example. If it's not important, that's just an example of my questioning.
All right.
But basically,
No, it is important. Okay. That's actually something.
I'll let you guys decide if it's important.
It might be important because maybe if we're like looking, then we can look for.
Well, if we're going to be confronting her, knowing if her right hand is wounded, that could give us a potential advantage.
It was her left hand wounded.
Okay. So not of consequence. So I believe we were going to go pursue her.
Yes, let's continue now.
Very well.
Towards north, towards the mountains.
All right. So you leave the inn and go out. I think you go outside to go in the same direction she's going in.
I'll order one sake before leaving, just one for the road, and then race off.
Right. That'll be. I think it's 2 boo. So
To,
you have enough.
okay. I'm presuming I have money. Yeah, 2 boo.
Yeah, you have money. Should be on your character sheet with the.
Yes, it's there. It's there.
Yeah. So it's you get like it's like kind of like a ceramic a very small ceramic jar inside of what's it called? Inside of like a woven basket with a top on it, so you can pour it or drink it right from the bottle. But you now have a small bottle of sake.
Bottle of sake. Good.
All right.
And then we'll ride after the trail. Ride north.
Okay. So you go after the trail. It shouldn't be too hard to follow. So you head on out. Unless there's anything else you wanted to do while you're here.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Cool. So we're about at the halfway point at this point, I think. Maybe a little further than that. Which, if my timing is correct, we're about, what, 2 hours in?
Yeah, a little under.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
Good.
Yeah, I'm working on the whole pacing thing, so kind of happy with that. All right, so let's see. Same way. Before Okay, well, you guys are a lot closer to done than I thought. You'll actually get to miss this piece over here, which could work out because this is kind of dangerous. What's on it? All right. No attempt. All right. So you ride out through the into the mountains. As the land becomes more hills, you note. Let's see. You crest the hill and spot a lithe, beautiful figure in the distance. You cannot spot her features, but by her beautiful long hair and bandages on her hands, you understand that this is the thief you have been chasing. You believe you can also see the goal. The beautiful old daisho lies on the ground before her, its blades bare from the sheath. Before you can stop her or even call out to Sepon Kazumi, she draws a large, heavy ono from her backpack and swings down fully on the blade of Sepon Diori. A heart-rending crack echoes through the air, and the blade snaps in half.
Oh shit.
Gas.
Well, yeah. I heard that. Mira looks at her with a bit of it looks at it startled, but then gathers her composure and says that, well, we can still take in the thief for what she has done.
And take back the daishu in whatever parts we find it.
Yes.
So we'll press on and try and catch up with her. How far away is she?
Not too far. If you want to try to approach her.
Shall we do it? Should we just ride her down, or what's her horse like? Has she got a fast horse?
It's a normal. It's just like yours, a Rokugani pony.
Well, Mira's going to. Well, yeah. We should just like ride after her and catch her and make her stop. Just do anything to stop her.
She's already broken the weapon.
I know, but no, I mean like stop her as in like getting
Okay.
from getting away.
So you ride up to her.
Yep.
All right.
Gallop.
She sees you approaching, and she puts the Ono back down on her. Uh, oh, I didn't see. When you approach, I didn't see you there. Uh, hello. And she gives you a courteous bow.
Seppen Kayumi, I presume?
Kazumi.
Kazumi.
Yes.
Wait, is she on her horse or is it just like she's on the ground, right?
Yeah.
It's just lying, like next to the blade.
And you are in a grassy field, kind of like at the around the base of the mountains, not too far away from the village.
We know you didn't see us, because what samurai would break a daishu when they know they are being watched? What person who calls themselves a samurai would break a daishu? What are you doing?
I only did what I had to. It was inevitable.
What was inevitable?
I had to take the blades and break them.
For what reason?
I cannot tell you that.
Well, you have brought dishonor upon the three of us by doing so, because we were guests of Hidoki, and any crime done to him is also passed on to his guests.
Mira draws her sword as she's on the horse.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Our job was to bring the blades back to Doji Haruki.
And catch the thief.
Well,
I still want to catch the thief though.
the
I know
problem
it's-
is,
The prime task was bring back the
I know.
blades.
yeah. The
How
problem
long
is, she's an Imperial.
Wait, thief?
She already outranks us.
She's an Imperial?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't get that. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean,
The Seppen, the Otomo, the Mia, and the Iweko.
Uh-huh.
Those are the Imperial families.
oh
Right.
boy.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh,
Seppen-sama, you must tell us, why did you steal the blades of Seppen Daiori? And why did they have to be destroyed?
Make a courtier check for that, as she seems very, very reluctant to share any information with you about it.
14!
Ooh.
No, wait, 9. Sorry.
9. Yeah. I'm sorry, but the only thing that you can know is that I only did what was.
wait, what is the courtier roll? I'll try to roll it as well. What does
It's
it
an
use?
awareness check. And I'm not entirely sure. Do you know how aid another works in this? If you can even do that.
It's, you add it would be like I get a bonus to my roll equal to the rank of all the people helping me.
I got 13 though.
Okay. So with that, you can go ahead and use that bonus from his 13 to try to help with your courtier check then. So is it an extra dice rolled or kept, or both?
No, it's literally just his ranking courtier added to mine. So I got 9. What's
Oh,
your...
I don't even have any ranks in courtier.
Then he would have to spend a void to give me a +1.
A void? A
Yeah,
void
void point. Yeah.
+1 as in +1 point?
Yeah, like I rolled a 9. If you spend a void point, I would get a 10.
Oh. That's
Really?
not...
Don't.
Yeah, I know. That's not going to
Oh,
help much.
okay. So yeah, she's reluctant to share the information. She just tells you, I only did what I believed needed to be done, and I would do it again 1,000 times over.
Do you need the pieces of the daishu now?
What I think we should do is ask her to come along with us, and with the pieces, and to take them to the Kuraki, whatever his name was.
Haruki?
Haruki. Yeah.
So, and she does have one of her she does have a hand ready on her own daisho, by the way. Hold on real quick. All right. Now, what was the perception check for?
What perception check?
I just noticed something in chat.
Oh.
Oh, that was ages ago.
Never mind. That was I just saw the timestamp. Okay. So yeah, she's. So what did you just? What was So you're standing there, and she's not telling you why she did what she did, but.
We should still take her and the pieces back to Kuraki. Hikaru. I keep forgetting the name.
She just says no.
Can we force her to come along with us?
Well, we can do that. Sepun-sama, you must relinquish these things to us. If not, we will be forced to find you guilty for theft, the stealing of a daisho, and I'm certain there are other imperial crimes that you could be found guilty of.
All right. She just shakes her head. I am sorry. I cannot let you take the blades.
How about we just knock her out, take the blades and her back to Iraq, or whatever his name is, the Dosho Master. I'm sick of his refusal. Her, I mean.
Please, you must.
Just impatiently, Itaragashu is pacing up and down, just sort of swinging at branches with his ono, but not doing anything, not starting a fight, but just waiting for Mosho and Kazami to resolve their conversation.
All right. So she notices you going around, so she's got her hand on her sword.
Seppan Kazumi. You hurt your hand? I asked. Okay.
My hand will heal.
How did it get injured?
She just remains silent.
Mirahan is getting more impatient by the second, and she's almost ready to draw her sword and charge the Imperial Lady, although she hasn't done yet. Waits for others' reactions.
All right. Thanks. Okay. So will you leave?
Why would they be?
We can't leave. Well, we can't leave because we promised to Haruki that we would bring him his daisho back. If we just leave, that would be dishonorable.
Get safe.
So,
Unless
I'm sorry, you go?
unless you have a suggestion of how this can be resolved without loss of honor. Says to Kazumi.
Then we must take you and the blades back.
Tell Haruki that you were just go back and tell Haruki that you were not able to find me. That the thief had gotten away. Surely that would not be dishonorable on you if it was something that you could never have done in the first place.
No.
Perhaps my horse was simply faster.
No. We know that. No, we are standing here speaking to the thief. If we were to tell Haruki that you got away, that would be dishonorable.
That would be lying, and everyone knows that Utaku war steeds are faster than any horse in this land. I mean, in Rokugan.
And she she pushes on the blade of her katana a little bit, just loosening it from its scabbard, and says, I will defend myself."
There's no need for you to defend yourself. Relinquish the blades to us, and we will forget this encounter.
You are clearly distressed.
And we're just gonna let them get away.
Happier. You look no happier about this situation than we do. Perhaps we can work together to.
I am only unhappy with the situation because you have caught me. It is a great relief that I have done what I have done.
You say this is a great relief, and yet you refuse to tell us why this is a relief. If you are an honorable samurai of the imperial families, you will tell us why we must leave and why you were in the right.
So she looks down and back up at you. Is it really your place to question a member of the imperial family?
Even though you may be a member of the imperial family, you have still done a crime. And
exactly.
We, or at least I, will not stand by and let you get away with it.
Exactly. It is the duty of the great clans to serve the Emperor, and we will be serving the Emperor by, even if that means we must expunge the dishonor of a lowly bandit.
So, um, yeah. So she draws out her katana, the blade pointing at the ground.
And
And when Lord Hakumi discovers this, Hiroki discovers this, he will blame the Crab Clan. He will blame my Crab Clan, and it will drive a wedge between the crabs and the cranes again. And who seeks to benefit from that? Because you are not a crab, you are not a crane, you are not part of this argument. You're just
So,
trying to cause problems here. For what reason? I'm studying her face to see if I'm onto anything here.
all right. So you notice she's actually very, very good at keeping her a very stoic expression.
Uh-huh.
She has very gentle features on her face, but ones that don't really,
Register.
yeah, they don't. She doesn't react to you, and actually, she does seem quite confident that in her own ability.
in response to the Imperial member throwing her sword, Mirahan also throws her katana, but points it towards the ground as she stays on the horse and doesn't charge yet, waiting to see what reaction others have, or she has at least. But her face expression is upset and serious, pointed straight towards the Imperial.
All right. And what do the other two of you do?
I will.
I'll wait and take my lead from Moshi.
I'll look at you and I'll just nod.
Uh,
I'm just gonna roll that ahead of time. Oh my.
What'd you roll?
Initiative.
Okay.
Just in case. For no particular reason.
I'll count to 3. He says, "Surrender to us, or we'll take you in as a thief." 1,
You will not take me in as a thief.
2, 3. Okay, I draw my weapons and I'll attack.
All right. You're just gonna move in and attack.
Yes.
All right. So she is gonna say something as you move closer. Uh, before if you still want to engage in combat.
Mhm.
Step on a Yumu himself ordered my actions.
That stops me.
Oh wow,
Gasp!
that was close.
Seven Ayumu.
Okay.
The friend of Doji Haruki?
Hi.
and the one who those blades belong to.
Yeah.
To bring dishonor to his friend.
Why would Sepen Ayumu lower himself to having a member of his own family resort to common banditry and steal an ancestral item?
It's not. It is
And
not common banditry, but the reason is far beyond. Is far beyond uh, your understanding. I cannot tell you why.
There are political wheels turning here.
uh,
I will put one hand in my outer kimono, and I'll say, Sepen-sama, would you be more forthcoming with me if I were, say, a Jade Magistrate?
A
Magical cop,
a magical cop.
basically.
Are you a Jade Magistrate?
No. I'm just saying, basically, I'm going, I got my papers right here.
If if you were, but I do not expect that you are.
Are you willing to take that risk?
Ooh. So for that, yeah, you're gonna have to make a sincerity deception for that.
Oh, God!
And
is it deception alone skill?
yep.
Yes.
So you lose a point of
boy.
honor for.
Yay,
It's
I
only a
lost
point.
the honor I gained for helping the doji.
Oh boy.
No, I'm gonna spend a void point on this. So my tens can explode.
What does spending a void point means? Your ten's gonna explode. But you didn't get many.
You have a number of void points per day, equal to your void ring. You can spend a void point to gain 1k1 to a skill roll. Or if you don't have the skill, you can spend a void point to get one rank in the skill.
Oh.
So I got a 14.
Wait, was that per day?
Yeah, it's per day.
Alright. Alright, so a 14. Ooh. Alright, she believes you, it looks like.
Oh
Uh,
Oh wow.
the
I can't believe that worked. Uh,
a Jade Magistrate, huh? If the then you should know the blades of Sepon Diori were cursed, and they needed to be destroyed.
cursed.
Cursed. Okay.
Mira looks a bit shocked and lowers her weapon even more, pointing straight to the ground.
Alright. I will gesture her away from the blades, and I will ask her to allow me to investigate.
Alright. So yeah, she nods and she sheaths her katana. It's still ready to go, so if there's any hostile action, it looks like she will fight, but
Mirahan also sheaths her sword. I mean katana as well.
All right.
Okay. So how do I want to investigate this? Spellcraft?
Yeah, you can make a spellcraft check.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
30.
Okay. So, just very, very well. You know that the with this, cursed blades cannot be destroyed by just breaking them, or any real cursed item for that matter. Uh,
Oh,
let's
so
see.
that's why she didn't want to give them away.
Yeah, you know that they can't be broken. Not really sure what else to give you with that high of a roll. I mean, you definitely hit it, but you do know for a fact that if these blades indeed are cursed, then
Okay, so I guess with a 30, I would also know where these things can be properly destroyed.
Or is that another roll?
all right. Let's see. They are. This is. All right. So properly destroyed. I think that would be unique to the weapon or to the object. But alternatively, actually, I'm not sure how it would be possible to.
I've got out of character knowledge that I could use if, with the
Um,
30 I've got.
what kind? How would you do that? Because I actually don't know.
Uh, I know personally that there's a volcano called Tamori's Furnace. That is basically the designated evil magic item disposal area.
All right. Um, that is. Oh, I know. That is one. That would certainly work. Although that would certainly require a journey. However, also knowing um, the nature of this particular item in the way that it's cursed, perhaps. What is it? How do I word this? Yeah, there is. If they don't choose to all right, so yeah, that would work, and with a 30, you would know that alternatively putting to rest the spirit uh, that curses the blades would also be an alternative.
Okay.
Do you share this information with the group?
I will. Yeah. So, Hmm. Okay. Do we want to bring Doji Haruki a cursed item?
Not really, no.
A cursed item? Certainly not.
Is this really cursed?
It is. I will confirm what Seppen-sama has stated. These blades are in fact cursed.
Well, that
However,
changes things drastically.
however, they are still cursed and must be disposed of elsewhere.
She glances over to Seppen-sama and wonders what her opinion on this is, although she doesn't say anything.
Uh, Seppen-sama, will you deliver these blades into my custody so that I may see that they are properly dealt with?
She, let's see.
Or we can always bring her along for the ride and dispose of them together with her.
If I can trust you with disposing of these blades, then do so.
Well, if your duty was to oversee the destruction of these blades, you may certainly join us.
She nods.
And I will need a Yojimbo / traveling papers for our trek.
I don't think that will be a problem.
Of course, you are an Imperial. You will have no problem acquiring such things.
All right. So you start heading back,
Okay, so
or well, where do you start heading actually?
yeah, that's a good question, cause
So the blades are still in. Wait, does Moshi have the blades now? Or Arashi?
okay, do we have the sort of sheath for them?
You have all the pieces here. You have the broken sword, the sheath, and
Okay.
who holds them, by the way? Are you gonna let her hang on to them, or do you want it in one of your possession?
Well,
I will.
Arashi did ask for the ask to give this sword to her custody, so I think Arashi should have the sword
Okay,
theoretically.
I'm going to take the. Okay, I'm going to take the broken blade pieces, wrap them in some cloth, and I'm going to give them to the otaku. I'm going to say, and I'll tell you, bring these to Doji Haruki as fast as you can. And no, wait, we'll hold on to those. I'll give you the sheath with the sort of hilts. Put them in, make it look like they're whole. Bring these to Doji Haruki.
You cannot bring them back. bring them. Wait, where do you bring them back to Doji Haruki?
No, I think he put down like a false sword into it, like his own or something, and bring that to the.
Well, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing though.
hilt
When
and the
the
sheath.
It would be pretty obvious that it's not the right sword, unless you
Or,
guys.
wait,
Yeah.
or maybe just the sheath.
Sheath and the hilt. Is that
Oh,
possible?
yeah, but wouldn't the hilt still be cursed? Like the whole sword is cursed, not only the blade.
Yeah.
Maybe just like bring the sheath and tell the dojo master that the sword was gone when we found it, and there were no traces of thief, something like that.
Cause this is so weird. Cause it's like she thinks I'm a Jane magistrate, but I'm not. And as soon as she finds out, she's gonna kill us, and she's gonna. Oh God. Oh God. We think we're in such a
Okay.
good position, but I think I just screwed us over. Ugh.
Well then.
Okay. I will take the broken pieces. I will hand the Sapin one of the blades, and I'll say, me and my companions need a moment to discuss how to proceed.
So she'll hang on to the blades then. Well, to the blade.
Okay, so about 30 feet away, whispers. What the fuck are we doing?
That's a good question. You're a shade magistrate, are you?
I will make that perfectly clear. I am not a Jade I am not a magistrate of any kind.
Oh, I
Jade
thought you were.
Mantis or otherwise.
That was a very bold claim to make.
I never made any claims. I simply said, does you want to risk me being a Jade Magistrate?
Uh-huh. A question. Could you tell how long it had been cursed? The sword had been cursed. Is it a long-term curse, or has it been cursed recently?
Oh shoot. Okay. 18 intelligence. I mean, I know, like, personally, I know that it takes, like, a while for stuff to awaken, like they're saying. It's just... I mean...
I don't understand magic. Is it something that could have been laid on the sword in the last few days or weeks, or is it something that's always existed in the sword, in the daishu?
I think somehow must have inserted
Because
it to the story.
did you mention that if we tackle the thing that created the curse, then we might be able to lift it that way? If it's a recent curse, they may still be in the area, and if we can confront the being that laid the curse on the sword, can we lift the curse that way?
I think I know someone who will know... I think I know someone who will know more about this curse. Sepine Yumu. He sent her to get the blaze that he knew was cursed.
So that means she knows what the curse is.
And
potentially.
this fits into our oath to Hiroki too, because we said we would meet him before he presented himself there, so we have to go in that direction.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So we're gonna head to Sapanayumu's estate.
All right. So you go back and you tell Kazumi that you're wanting all this. Then.
Yeah, we're before we before we can properly dispose of these, we have to acquire information, and we need to go to Sapanayumu, and we need to acquire it, and then we will know how to proceed.
All right. So as you approach Azumi, she her face kind of breaks as she grimaces a smile, and let's see, there is
I lost the dice stream.
hold I'm gonna this he she she opens her mouth trying to speak and says, "I don't think you have to look much farther." And a little green puff of smoke comes out of her mouth, and you see kind of like red blood appear like on her kimono, and she falls over. And standing behind her is you see a ghostly visage of a samurai in full battle armor, and it draws the phantom echo of Diori's blade behind it, and makes a feral, predatory grin.
Wait, what just happened? Wait, did she just get killed?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh God!
But and she knew this was happening. It's a sort of ghostly samurai, is it, or
Yep.
is it a flesh and blood samurai?
It is a very glowing. It's like this greenish, glowing, ghostly visage of a samurai in full battle armor.
Should we just can we actually attack it? Can we damage it, or will it go right through?
We don't.
You don't know, but you're about to find out because it's about to kill you or try to.
Initiative?
Yeah, initiative. Okay, initiative.
What do we roll?
I lost dice stream, by the way. Can you like add it back because I accidentally closed it like from the X and it's gone now.
3 dots at the bottom. Yeah, or you can explain that.
I'm trying it, but it's not there for some reason.
Add apps? It's not down on add apps. Do you see the 3 dots at the bottom of the?
Yeah,
Has
the
he got
add apps, but it's not in there for some reason.
Well, probably press add apps and see if you can get hold of it.
I pressed it and it's not here, which is annoying. Is there another way to add these things? Because or I guess just, try.
I guess me or Caius could just roll for you.
I have a dice roller up here that works for. Since we weren't able to see your dice rolls anyway, this should be able to work for you.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot I'm actually favorited a page that it's the Gazen Oshira. I can use that. I have it open, so yeah. Roll 4, keep 3. It's more easy to use as well. Do initiative rolls explode?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's. I can't see initiative down on the machine. What is it?
I got
Um,
22.
your insight rank, which is 1, plus your reflexes, and you keep your reflexes.
Okay. So you keep all 3. Or well, I've got 2 reflexes, so I keep all 3.
You have 2 reflexes, so you keep 2.
Keep 2. Okay. Oh. 20.
Oh, shit, wrong one.
You're going D&D.
I put it in the chat.
Oh, damn.
Oh wait, I can actually share the screen of that.
Alright, so...
Hold on, how to do this?
37. God damn. Okay.
Oh God.
There we go. You can actually see my dice roller now.
Alright. Cool. Alright, so... What are your initiatives?
Mine is 43. I already rolled it. I got 22.
43?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Mine is 20.
Alright, and... Arashi?
19.
Alright, so Mirahan's up first, then the ghost, and then the rest of you.
Hita.
Mirahan, what do you do?
Well, I think I shielded my sword, so I have to draw my sword again. So I will do
Alright.
that. And how tanky are you? The grab clan. Gaius, how tanky is your projector?
How what?
Oh,
How
don't worry.
tanky? I'm thinking like, should I move in front of the?
It's up
to
to
the-
you. You gotta make this decision. That would be metagaming to sit here and discuss what everyone can
I
have
know.
now.
Okay. I think I will draw my sword and charge it, but since I can't attack yet, so yeah.
You can draw. About how far away are you?
I'm not sure.
Oh, how close were you? Oh, you guys were...
I think we were pretty close. We were like right in front of. I was on my horse, I think. Yeah, I was on. I still take.
Kazumi.
Alright. So, you draw your sword?
Yes.
Okay. And anything else?
Well, I have one simple action left, so I might as well like say something like
Oh, I forgot about that.
we have to protect ourselves. We have to. I think it's going to kill us. I think it's going to try to kill us, so we have to draw swords and protect ourselves. Worry about her later. I mean, her death, I guess.
Hey, Alex, how do you make a fear check?
Oh yeah, that's the thing as well.
Oh, fear? It's raw willpower. Add your honor rank to the final.
So you add your, like, if you have honor 3, you just add, like, 3 to whatever your total is.
Yes.
Alright, so everyone make an honor,
No, wait, willpower as well.
yeah,
Willpower
make a
roll.
willpower roll and then add your honor to the result.
So that's two.
And, yeah, and it should be 10 points for each rank of fear that it has.
I forgot to.
No, it's 5.
So basically 17
rank plus 5.
plus 7, which is 24. I forgot to add my honor. My honor rank is 7.
Alright, and what are the effects of it?
Okay, if you wanna, okay, we do have um, a modified version that we use, but it's supposed to be a minus 1k1 to all rolls for the duration of the fight if you fail.
Okay. All right. So everyone, yeah, make that roll.
I made it, and I forgot that 7, so it's 24. I think.
All right. You keep your composure.
I get 20.
20. All right. You're okay.
16?
16 is not okay. Yeah, it was fear 3. So,
Are you free?
all right. Forgot about that. I really wish they would have just written that under the ability, especially for this. Okay. So, do you move anywhere with your simple action, Mira? Or
No, I think I going to speak the simple action one more than 5
Oh.
words.
Okay.
I think I already said it, but I guess I can repeat it. I think it's trying to. I think it's trying to kill us. We have to fight back. So draw our swords and attack, or something like that.
so, as you approach this thing, it's going to notice you first as a threat, and it's going to bring its katana up and swing at you.
Also, since hold on, I'm also already on a horse. So how does the attacks when I know this is like a bit early, but how does like that attacking work? Since I'm going to attack and my horse is also going to attack, or is that only when I'm not on my horse?
Your horse gets to do something. Let me look it up real quick. Where's the?
It's the L5R horse, by the way, or steed.
I don't think your horse does anything though. Like I think, like, what school are you?
Battle Maiden.
Yeah, like you get bonuses for being on a horse, but like I don't think your horse like attacks or anything.
Yeah, but if you look at the equipment and then the horses, then he has its stats of his own.
Well, it's here somewhere. Oh yeah, and the horse is going to get a fear check as well.
Oh wow, I completely.
Order the creature to attack a
I
specific
need to
target. It's a simple action to. Oh, other than a horse. Okay, so what is?
Yeah, but isn't like the war steeds shouldn't get feared?
This is a supernatural fear.
Oh, so it kind of surpasses that. Okay.
Yeah.
Which page were the equipment on? I can't find it. I'm lost. It's not in the book of water. Oh, I found it.
Holy!
I think. No, did I?
Utaku Battle Steed. God damn it.
Earth 4?
On my battle steed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the strongest horse in the game. What?
Yeah, the Battle Maidens start with that.
Yeah. If you think about it, it's kind of OP, but yeah, when I'm off my horse, I'm kind of weak.
Let me see what it says. Controlling a horse at full gallop.
I still can't find it. I forgot where
The actual horse stats itself is on page 323 or 325 if you're using the PDF. Horses in combat. The horse switches under control. Move on the rider's turn, but will attack on its own turn in initiative order, which is out of. Okay, so it's pretty much it moves on your turn, but it attacks on its own.
Yeah, pretty much.
So roll initiative for it.
I still need to find the
4K3.
Hold on. Okay, just found the stats. There it is. 4K3. So basically the same thing again, but it doesn't have. Oh wait, that isn't the Hughes honor.
Alright,
Yeah.
anyway, that samurai is going to swing at you.
That's 22
22?
for
Okay.
the horse. It's basically the same. Actually, same roll. That's funny.
20?
22. That's the horse initiative.
This thing is going to come up to you. It's going to bring its katana up from underneath and cleave at you. Okay, 4. Alright.
Mm,
And,
got my stats right.
I'll give you the number because I don't know what the thing is, but for your actual armor, you're going to hate me for this.
What do
But
you mean?
as it's, well, this swings at you, but as if you're not wearing armor.
How does that even work?
I'll describe it if it, wow, does something like that.
Oh, that is an OP thing. We're fighting.
Um, so, yeah, your armor is your reflexes times 3 plus 5, I think.
What?
Wait, you should have, I think, 15. It's,
No, I have my
sorry,
current.
it's 5 times your reflexes plus 5. Wait, I'm getting
It's
off,
20.
yeah,
My unarmored is 20, and the reduction is 0, of course.
okay.
Unarmored armor target number is 20.
Alright,
I have them all calculated out. I can share the screen if you want.
okay. So it swings up at you but misses entirely.
Oh wow. So yeah,
Um,
as you can see, I have all of the DNs here.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that wouldn't hit you unarmored.
Okay.
Right, and oh yeah, your horse, which just gets to make a straight freaking willpower check, not to flip out. Willpower.
It doesn't have a willpower, apparently.
It's Earth Ring.
Oh, Earth Ring. It's 4.
All right. Oh, whoops, I used the wrong one. Oh well. All right. So your horse kind of like rears up, and you're having trouble controlling it.
Oh.
All right. So, all
What
right.
does that actually like do?
It just gets a 1k1 less on attack rolls for the battle.
Oh.
On rolls. Anyway, next up is your warhorse.
What do you mean? Oh, attack?
Yeah.
Uh. So we are basically in front of him, right?
He's in front of you. The other two are a little farther away.
Okay, so I think I will do. The horse will do trample, which is the complex section. 6k4.
All right. So that's okay.
That's 24.
24 is actually a miss,
Oh well.
as it's the horse rears up and starts trying to punch at this ghostly samurai, but this thing is much quicker than it looks. Perhaps because it's ethereal, or perhaps because it's armored. It's hard to tell. So next up,
The next up is me. I think I have 4k3.
Ida.
Oh.
It's Ita. Ita Ita Wagashi had a look as he saw Kazumi die in front of him. He had a look of horror on his face. But then, as the battle starts, instinct takes over, and he draws his huge ono and starts moving in, swinging it with both hands as he's coming into attack. And he says, "For the honor of the crab, you must face me."
All right.
I think all I can do.
All right. So,
I've drawn my weapon.
the samurai notices you. All right, and last up, Arashi.
Okay, first of all, how do we want to resolve keeping more dice than you roll?
You mean what? Oh,
For me to cast a
of course.
spell right now, it's 2 keep 3.
I thought it's -1 keep 1. How do you get?
A character who fails to resist a fear effect suffers a penalty to all of his dice rolls equal to xk0, where x is the rank of the fear effect.
XK0. Oh, so you're down. So everyone's down 3 then.
No,
Yeah.
the only one who faced
Only
resist.
only the people who failed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
so my group, in an effort to balance fear, at the end of each of your turns, you get to remake the fear roll as though the fear effect was 1 lesser.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that. That sounds pretty fair.
Because it's like a -3k0 for the whole fight.
Yeah, that will get you killed quick.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he will be tanking though. He'll be like shooting fireballs from further away, won't he?
Yeah, so I guess I'll spend my turn getting the proper scroll out. And my new fear roll. Oh,
I don't think that's going to be good enough.
no, not a whole 6.
No.
Goddamn snake eyes.
So you fumble out your scroll as this
Yeah.
unexpected turn of events. All right. So top of the round, Mira.
I guess I will attack. That is damage roll. Okay. How much was this? Rank. Oh. So since I'm mounted, my first rank of my, I'm going to attack obviously. This is complex action. The rank 1 riding on harmony. Basically, if I'm mounted, my attack roll also is added. Has a honor rank added to it.
All right. So you just add it. You add your honor rank to the result.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Go ahead.
attack roll is 4k3, so that would be. Hold on. Dice roll 4k3 and static bonus is 7. Roll dice, which is 26.
All right. You hit.
Okay, my damage roll is 3k2. I can spend the weight point. Hold on. Oh, also if I'm mounted, I can also use damage roll plus honor rank.
Okay.
So that means I'm also going to use 1 void point. So that's going to be 4k3 plus 7.
All right.
Which is basically the same thing. And it's going to be 47.
All right. So that strikes. Wait. Holy 4k3.
Yeah.
How
I also
are you keeping 3?
I told you. The katana has bonus void point for us for 1 plus.
I thought for damage you only add to dice rolled, not to dice kept with void points.
It says plus 1k1. Hold on, let me take out the core book.
I remember being a little frustrated at my own character in another game.
No, I was pretty sure it's 1k1. Hold on, let me check. I will find the equipment and show you. Where the equipment? Did okay, I'm at the equipment, so mine is what's it called? Inchatu? Oh, katana. Okay.
You can't use. Actually, it just flat out says you can't use damage rolls to enhance. You can't use
No.
void points to
Oh.
enhance damage.
For the katana, you can.
Oh, so
It's the exception to the rule.
Oh, it says cannot normally be spent. But the katana is a like a exception to it.
Alright, let's see.
Hold on, let me. I'm actually at that spot, so I will share the screen. Core book. It says that cannot normally, which is like usually, but a character may spend one void point to increase damage. A damage roll made using a katana by 1k1.
All right. So 43.
Yeah, 4k3. I rolled it. It came out 47 plus the honor rank as well. I need to put out one void point. So that's one void point spent.
All right. So what was the 47?
Yeah, I will put the roll back.
Ooh, that really hurt. So 40. You rip through this thing. Its ghostly form starts becoming more and more like harder to sort of like you pass straight through it. You hit it, it breaks through its armor, and you see like this just ghostly gas, green gas, spray out like it was blood.
Oh boy.
And it screams and like it just lets out this shriek when you do. It is, however, still standing and very angry as it's going to swing at you. And fortunately for you, I don't think they have a void to help them. So
it's basically me, the ghost, then my horse.
yeah,
to
but you
grab
did a fuck ton of damage, so it might not be able to do anything.
Okay.
All right. 9, 14, 18, and 25. I'm assuming that hits if it ignores armor. And
Armor is 20, and I think doesn't say like gravely wounded or wounded that gets an increase in target number.
the what? Oh yeah, it did. What did I say was the roll? 25?
Yeah, 25 was the roll.
All right. And what's your reflexes at?
My reflexes. Hold on. Reflexes are 3.
3? Oh, so you did raise it. I remember them being lower. That's fine.
No,
Okay.
no,
So
I didn't raise it because it came from, I think, reflexes was from the school.
all right.
Bonus,
So it
bonus from the
misses.
school. Stamina was bonus from the family. I raised
Okay.
agility instead.
All right. So now it's the horse's turn.
I think it's going to use. Oh wow, I'm away from it. I think it was trample 6k3 or something. I think I also need to write down horse rolls since he's going to be attacking quite a lot.
Yes, you do. That's fine now. We're almost at the end now.
To find the horse again. Okay, there he is. So trample 6k4.
So go ahead and roll attack.
6k4. Take down the static bonus. 0. Wow. Again 47.
All right, that hits.
That hits really. And
Roll
the
damage.
damage is trample is 6k4 as well. So basically roll the same thing again, which is 28.
28. All right. So your horse just rides over it, trampling it. The ghost suddenly stops in its place, the spectral blood dripping down to the floor from its many wounds. Its eyes turn brown, and the ghastly green glow fades into nothingness. The ghost bows deeply to you. He disappears in thin air, leaving only the phantom blade in reality. With no hand to hold its handle, the ghostly katana falls, and merges with the katana of Sapon Diori. The world falls silent once more, with not even a hint of the fight that had occurred seconds before.
That's interesting.
Itawa Gashu sort of staggers back in amazement, sort of trying to hide the fact that he's trembling, but he's a samurai, so he's trying to hide the fact. He says, "Oh, I don't know what it was, but that thing was definitely from the Shadowlands, an evil creature. But you are a mighty warrior, and your horses too. You managed it alone," he says, sheathing his axe. And the Daishu, is it okay now? He goes to inspect the Daishu.
I'll inspect it. Spellcraft?
Yes.
19.
19?
Nice.
Alright. So, I'll say that's good enough. It looks like that was the Gaki that you just defeated was what caused the curse. The blades are probably freed from them now.
So we have a dead Imperial, a broken blade that is no longer cursed, and the quest to finish.
Then here's what we will do. We will take the broken daisho. I'm going to take the daisho from the Seppen, and we're gonna return this to Seppen Ayumi. We're gonna return Haruki's daisho to him, and we're not gonna speak of this to anyone. Agreed?
Yeah, that's a good idea. What happened here was pretty shocking.
Yes. So, to the meeting point with Haruki?
Yeah. But what about the body of the lady?
Yeah. We're going to burn that. What?
Okay, fine with me.
Dead bodies have a nasty habit of getting back up in Rokugan.
Yeah, especially in the
So-
Shadowlands.
So yeah, we'll just I've got some incense. We can start
Should
lighting
we-
it with that, and
Or should we carry her corpse back to the Sapayo Yomo? Because are they in the
Yeah.
same family?
And what exactly are we going to explain to him that we?
She
we'll
was,
tell. We'll be honest with him.
yeah.
We discussed how we would proceed. The Gaki killed his cousin. We slayed it, and we are returning her daisho to him.
This seems the honourable path to me.
Yes.
I'm not sure at finding my way through the murky night of honour, but this one seems straightforward.
Okay then. So if no one has any objections, I'll burn the body. I'll say a few prayers, and we can be off. And I'm also going to take her horse.
Mm,
All right.
okay.
So you're off, and you're bringing the blades back to Sepon. Doji Haruki.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
are we going to Sepayu your move first, or are we going to Hidoki first?
Are we gonna what first?
There are two people. Sepayu Yomu is the cousin of this woman. Are we
The
going to
Imperial.
him first? Are we going to him first and then go to Hidoku, or the other way around? Udoki, I mean.
I think it would be smart to go to Sepune first because it's kind of hard to explain. Like if you're going to not, I think.
Well, the thing is, Haruki doesn't want Ayumu to know that the blades were stolen. But if he was the one who said, "Go steal the blades," cat's already out of the bag.
But
Yeah, but he had a reason for stealing the blades because they were cursed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think we should go to Seppo your move first and see how he wants us to present it to Hiroki. How much he wants us to tell him.
Yes.
okay. Yeah, I'll back that.
All right. So you do go to Haruki.
We go to Seppoyo Yomu first
Yes.
Okay.
and tell him everything that happened and
So
ask him.
Doji Haruki was also on his way to Ayumu.
Mhm.
So you could either travel with him, and if you wanted to stop there first, or you can just go straight to Sepon Ayumu now. However, Doji Haruki would not be able to arrive with his blades.
We'll send a messenger to him saying it's okay for him to go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That'll work. So you send a messenger, and you pass through Samano's village again and go straight to Sepon Ayumu's fate. All right. So
Tosia.
all right.
Wait.
So we can either role play out the scene, or I can just tell you how he received it.
Well, I guess we can roleplay do a bit.
Oh, sorry, I muted you because.
Yeah. So did you guys want to role play out meeting Sepon Ayumu, or did you just want to? Do you just want me to give you the nutshell because you pretty much finished the adventure at this point?
I'd like to role play it out, but if other people want to skip it, that's fine.
I'm okay with it.
I'm quite happy to roleplay. Sorry, yeah, you're back. I
Yeah,
muted
sorry.
you whilst we were having that conversation, but
Yeah, sorry about that.
no problem. Okay. So again, Itawagashi will just follow Moshu and let Moshi do the talking.
Oh,
And occasionally
okay.
butt in unhelpfully. Because
All right.
Okay. So we're with Seven Ayumu?
All right. Let me see if I can look up some information on him real quick. If he's really noticeable, I think he's a minor. He's a more minor guy. All right. So you go over to the Imperial. So you spend probably a good like 5 or so days on the road on your way to Sepana-Yumu.
So that gives back the weight points, technically.
Yeah, you'll have your void points for this. Okay, so. All right, so You go to the imperial city of where Sepanayumu uh, is the daimyo. Much more. It's probably a lot more impressive than the two cities that you just came from. But however, it is still a relatively minor imperial city. So that way, it's not like you're not in the emperor's palace or anything. But you could see preparations being made for his party. Um, a lot of them are already up. Some people have already arrived and are staying uh, at his palace, awaiting the festivities. You meet Sepanayumu. He's an older man, but his hair still retains its color for the most part of a sort of black color, and he's dressed very formally. He sees you all arrive there with the uh, daisho of Sepon Diori.
We'll keep it hidden actually until we're
Okay.
in a private conversation with him.
All right. So you are granted an audience with him in an audience chamber. Very, very formal. A lot of gold and red around various artwork on the wall and all that. So he's like. So he bids you come in. Welcome. I'm Sepanayumu. What brings you to my palace? You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted. Alex, you're muted. Alex, you're muted. Alex, you're still muted. We can't hear you.
Okay. Alright. I will pull out the daisho of Seppin Kazumi and place that on the table in front of him.
It takes him by a bit of surprise as he sort of takes a deep breath, trying not to show emotion. How did you come across such? How did you come across this?
We found Seppin Kazumi somewhere in the Crablands. We observed her destroy the daisho of Seppin Diori.
At this stage, I take it out of my bag and put it down next to the other daisho.
We discussed for a moment what we would do with it. When we returned, she was murdered by some sort of ghostly presence.
Which we had to fight, and I killed.
And yes, Otaku-sama was most courageous.
He is valiant indeed.
And will... Yes. So, before we discussed what we would do, she said that you told her to go and steal this item and destroy it. Is this true?
He nods mournfully. Yes, I sent Seppon Kazumi to retrieve the blades. I had gifted it to Doji Haruki some time ago. It was only after I gave him the gift that I learned that they were cursed. But I could not ask for such a gift back. But I could not allow Haruki Sama to remain cursed. But it was I who commanded Kazumi-sama to retrieve them and destroy them if she could. I must ask you all to remain quiet about your discovery. You see, uh, Haruki and no one else can know of what I have done. I have many servants loyal servants through the Empire, if I should need them.
In this, we try to be your loyal servant too, but we also, as our honored host, we made an oath to Hakumi that we would return his daishu before he presented himself at your court, and so save his face for losing them. If now that we have lifted the curse, do you have a weaponsmith who can forge them back together in time for us to take them to Hazumi before he arrives?
Clever.
It might be possible to have the blades reforged.
And that way, everyone's honor seems to be
Intact.
protected.
He nods. If you are sure that the curse has been lifted, I can find a blacksmith to repair the blades. However, what will you tell Doji Haruki?
That a common thief stole them. We caught the thief and killed him, and we brought back the blades in time to save his honor.
He nods. I think that would be best for everyone's honor. So he waves a servant in to retrieve the blades, already knowing that he needs to go to an imperial blacksmith skilled enough to reforge such an artifact. Until then, feel free to remain and partake in the festivities when they begin if you arrive in time for them.
Okay.
Gracious, thank you. Gracious thanks. I bow low and leave.
Kan se jokin.
He gives you a shallow bow.
Ota.
All right. So now you go back on the road to find Haruki.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, it's about a day before the blades are the daisho is reforged, and you set off. It only takes a couple days, much shorter, as Haruki had already left for Ayumu's palace. And you see him with a small entourage with him.
So we're approaching Haruki from the direction of. So he's heading towards Iyumu, and we're coming from there.
Yeah, unless you just wanted to wait for him to arrive.
We'll just wait in a clearing, shall we, until he arrives.
Well, he did tell you to meet him on the road,
Sure.
so
Yeah,
Alright.
I think that's the best. That's for the best.
Okay.
So you see him coming along with his entourage. Very, very small entourage, but nonetheless, he rides proud. And he sees you, and gets off his horse and walks over.
Any of you others? Well, I'll bow low.
He bows back. It doesn't. Have you found the Daisho?
Lord, it would be for the sake of secrecy. I suggest you walk with us into the forest and see a most interesting tree where we can give you the daisho.
You see a smile. Like you could tell he's trying to. He's trying to keep a straight face, but you could see him crack a small smile at the corner of his mouth, and he follows. He nods and follows.
So we'll take him out of sight of the rest of the party and hand him the daisho.
All right. You have my greatest thanks for what you have done. No one does know of what had actually transpired, do they?
Your honor is intact.
And who?
Also, rest assured, the thief will never steal again.
Excellent. I cannot thank you enough. You have my everlasting gratitude, and I swear I will be your constant friend. And he puts the daisho in his obi. To Sepana Yumu's fate, then we shall feast and participate in whatever games and festivities he has to offer. And
Yes.
with that, all right. So yes.
Great.
So and with that, you ride off towards Sepana Yumu's with your host, Doji Haruki, the daisho of Seppan Daiori intact, and everyone's honor as well, even though the tragedy of Seppan Kazumi, who did not make it. And
All samurai are 3 feet from death.
Yep. And everyone gets 3 points of honor and 3 points of glory for holding up to your bargain with Haruki. Yes, very much so. So that is the conclusion of our adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, thanks for running that, Mike. I enjoyed that.
You're welcome.
And
That was my first completed adventure.
And it's a good introduction. Well, it was a good introduction for me into the Five Rings, Legend of the Five Rings. My first experience of it, and I've enjoyed it.
Well, it was my first experience of tabletop gaming. I mean, roleplay. So that was interesting. I enjoyed that actually a lot. Yeah, completely.
Of any game.
Yeah, I actually tried to join. I already said that before. That I actually tried to join Dungeons and Dragons tabletop roleplay before, but I was like halfway through, and like the day I was going to join, I gonna fall asleep, and the next time we were going to do it, they didn't show up, so it was kinda stopped it there. So yeah, kinda unfortunate.
And Alex, I know you. This is like what your almost your third time going through this adventure.
It is. Well, fourth if you count the time that I was, well, third and a half, because I was going to run it for people at one point. Yeah.
So you have a slight advantage on us.
Like I knew all the plot twists. I knew who the culprit was. I knew where they were. I knew that the Gaki was going to attack.
I was sort of surprised you weren't offering more, but I can see now that if you knew everything, you wouldn't have offered more. Because I could see that you knew a lot, but that explains it.
Yeah, but you didn't really expect me to one-shot it.
Yeah, you. I gotta say thanks, Alex. You did a really good job at keeping a lot of meta knowledge out of it and using just enough to push the adventure forward when we needed it. That was helpful.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and stop broadcasting now, so we can just talk and